The 76ers begin the game with the basketball. Bucks basketball. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Ball with it up top. Down 2. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
To Ball. 4-3.
George Hill. That's his first.
Lonzo Ball at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one's no good. One more coming. Giannis with it up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Oh, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Antetokounmpo. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Trying to cash in. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Goes 2 for 2. Giannis in control of the basketball. Leads a bucket. To Hill. Greek Freak for 2. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Bledsoe with it up top. Leads 4. To Lopez. Has a look. Brook Lopez. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Bledsoe at the basketball. 10-6 our score. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
And count the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Bucks at the controls. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. And a nice finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Lopez to Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Bledsoe with it up top. Lead stands at 7. To Lopez. Tobias Harris sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. To Ball. Harris. Lets it fly from long range. Offensive board. Embiid. Eric Bledsoe with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Giannis with it up top. His team up by 7. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Almost, but no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up by 3. Good look that time, but off the mark. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Giannis with it up top. His team up by 1. Hill. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Embiid, good for 2.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Nice pass to set things up. Cruises inside for 2.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Fires the 3. And the rebound taken by Lopez. Bucks at the controls. To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now 5 for 6.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Count the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Ball with the basketball. Down 5. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle and not landing.
And throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Tobias Harris at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Unable to connect on the free throw.
Subbing in for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 2.
To J.R. Smith. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well, with J.R., it can be no, no, no. Yes, when it goes in.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the that shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
And Chris Middleton on his own island hits it from 3. It's in the hands of Philadelphia.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
It's good, and 1.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Giannis for 2. Shot won't go. First quarter's complete. It's the Sixers out in front. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the... the outset.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the 3, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
43. That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Tobias Harris. He's going to get 3 shots here. He struggled so far. First one. Goes down. It's the second. One more coming. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Hill into the front court. 5-point game. Here comes the screen. Antetokounmpo to Kevin Huerter. Antetokounmpo to Kevin Huerter. Fires the 3. Can't get the bounce. To Allen. Gets a shot up off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't called, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Has a chance? Not that time. Joel Embiid. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Antetokounmpo. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Now a whistle. Now we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. George Hill to Gasol. Won't him go.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Hill across the timeline, trailing by 11. To Kevin Huerter. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Hill into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Here comes the screen. Hill. For three. Rebound Horford. Brunson. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Joel Embiid. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Great pass to set it up. Got it.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
To Embiid. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. To Tobias Harris. From long range, buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Another shot won't go either. Beyond the arc for three. Working hard. Slams it home on the putback. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here's a chance from long range. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
The Bucks at the controls. To Gasol. Off the assist.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. To Tobias Harris. 4-3. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Bucks basketball.
Here we go. I got ball.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Brunson. Lets it fly from long range. Brunson forced that one. Well defended. Great look and vision. Throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Allen. To Brunson. Fires the three. Grayson Allen, you know he loves a challenge.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Adetokunbo. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries the three.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Brunson. Bucks take down the ball. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Count the bucket for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Allen. Fires the three. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The follow won't go either. It goes down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Embiid. And stuffs it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Giannis in control of the basketball. 14-point deficit to Middleton. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11. Sixers control it. Spins and scores.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys trail by 13. Joel Embiid with a piece. Lonzo with it. Looking to make something happen. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Giannis with it up top. Trailing by 15. Can't connect from in close. Giannis Adetokunbo tips it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Giannis Adetokunbo. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. Giannis Adetokunbo. Huge block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys down big. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. To Ball. For three. Giannis grabs the board. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. From long range. That won't go. To Bledsoe. Bledsoe slams it down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Eric Bledsoe, now 4 for 9.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Offensive rebound. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a post.
Giannis with it up top. Under a minute to go before halftime. Jonah Bolden able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Adetokunbo. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Great job there by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Nikola Mirotic at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. 2 for 2 on that trip. Sixers have the basketball. To J.R. Smith. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't connect. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Can't connect from inside. Ball into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Bucks are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game drive. 3-point shooting.
The Milwaukee Bucks really need to focus on their perimeter defense. They're allowing too many shots from three, and it's holding them back.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game. Here we go with the top plays. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Milwaukee with the basketball to Bledsoe. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
Oh my goodness! Someone please patch me into the arena intercom.
I got ball. I got
Clean
ball.
up on aisle 3.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's me, I got it. Oh yeah, let's double trap him, yeah.
To Ball.
Trap this, come on, we got it.
Pulls up for two.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Antetokounmpo. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Driving right to the basket. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Chris Middleton. To Ball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Ball. Embiid. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Joel Embiid swats it. Bucks recover. Antetokounmpo. Great feed. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Bledsoe. To Middleton. Wide open look. Won't go. To Ball. Trying to cash in. Lonzo Ball. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Bucks at the controls. Giannis for 2. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Oh, shit.
Slams it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To Embiid. Fires the three. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Joel Embiid pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Brook Lopez trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
To J.R. Smith. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. To Tobias Harris. Smith. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
And Jay, they called the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It stays with Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo to Kevin Huerter. Has a look. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
To Tobias Harris. Fires the three. Smothering D. Giannis in control of the basketball. Down a bundle. To George Hill. For three. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Make the next one. Make the next one. I got him. I got him. Trap. Got him.
To Ball. Lonzo Ball. He's 3 for 7.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Ball. From long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Ball. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Deep two there. Won't go. Embiid, good for 2.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Yes, And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Oh, he can't connect. Philadelphia with the basketball. To Allen. Beyond the arc for three. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. Nope, first one does not go. Missed the second, 0 for 2. To Allen. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys down big. Antetokounmpo. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Cashes in for 2.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. To Brunson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound taken down by the Bucks. Giannis in control of the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Curling inside. And one. Embiid. Good. Through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. The Bucks at the controls. Joel Embiid with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Embiid. 4-3. Taken down by Giannis. Takes it coast to coast and a strong finish at the rim. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Brunson. Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Bledsoe. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Embiid. Nice pass to get things going.
Whew, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
Closing out or contesting his shot is a really bad idea because now the offense knows they can extend you away from the basket, and that's away from your original position as being a help defender.
Over to the right side. Lets it fly from long range. Jalen Brunson showing off that toughness. Drills the three.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew that.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Sixers control it. Layup goes down. Well done.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Bledsoe gets it in the left corner. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Going to launch beyond the arc. The Bucks clear the rebound. Bledsoe with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. To Adetokunbo. Has a chance. Adetokunbo's shot no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that net that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Bucks basketball. Short jumper stays out. To Brunson. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Fires the three. Not done. And a putback slam. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers have the basketball. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. Gets it in the right corner. For 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
From long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
The drive right to the basket. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Beyond the arc for 3. Cleans it up. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Trying to cash in. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Bucks at the controls. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Allen. Has a look. Rebound taken by Milwaukee. The pass set it all up.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
He'll beat you time and time again. It's Horford with the 3.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Count the basket at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the 76ers,
Milwaukee with the basketball. Joel Embiid tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Doesn't get the bounce.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Allen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it.
Antetokounmpo. To Lopez. Driving right to the basket. Joel Embiid. Huge block. Lobs it up. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Bucks at the controls. To Hill. 4-3. George Hill. Not sure why he was so wide open. Buries the 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Embiid. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Antetokounmpo. To Lopez. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Runner's good there.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Allen. Fires the three. Not going down here. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. No, I missed a short one there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebounds pulled in by the Bucks. Has a chance, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
To Ball. Fires the three, and he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys down big. Adetokunbo. The drive, right to the basket. To Adetokunbo. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
The Bucks at the controls. To Middleton. Adetokunbo. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
To Ball. Embiid. Scores from the post.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Giannis with it up top. Down a bundle. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Jonah Bolden rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
And the basket good at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And Chris Middleton on his own island.
Volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Ball. Lonzo Ball. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Finish that. For three, that's how you defend. To Middleton. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Ball with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Embiid. Ball to Embiid. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
to J.R. Smith. And Mirotić the rebound.